Coming to the networks in 2013 is Sacred Citadel. For those who've enjoyed the Sacred series of action RPG games, even though they're full of bugs, this is an interesting appetizer for Sacred 3, due out next year too. For the rest of us, it's a natty-looking side-scrolling brawler featuring 3-player co-op and a little more depth than the cartoony style might indicate, perhaps.
So we have RPG elements in there, like money you can pick up and you can spend in towns. Then you can level up your character at the end of a level, allocate the experience points. You can change your weapons. So this is a nice feature. We have dual wielding weapons, so enemies drop weapons and you can pick up a sword in one hand and a dagger in the other hand.
All right, mate, just show us what it looks like.
Here we go.
At last.
As I said before, it's a pick up and play, and you can just, mash the buttons and have fun, kill the enemies. But there are actually a lot of gameplay elements which make it very sophisticated.
You choose from one of 3 different character classes. Here you see the warrior and the ranger. What about controls?
We're first just gonna kill the screen. For example, you've got the dodge roll, which I'm showing now with the Fury Warrior. With the dodge roll, you can dodge easily moves of enemies or even environmental hazards. Then you can block, you can run, you can dash jump, you can jump and double jump. You have a primary attack, you have a secondary attack, and while combining those two, you can make amazing combos. On top of that, you've got a special move as such.
Take that, worms.
So this was just a Fury Warrior, and when we see the Ranger, now let's just get on with the level. When you see the Ranger in combat, you will realize that he's totally different than the Warrior. While the Warrior is more like a tank, fighting in the front, the Ranger has got arrows that he can shoot from the back to cover me up. There are a lot of combo moves as well, so when you combine your secondary and primary attack, you can do combos, and when you combine them with the control analog stick, then you can do upwards combos, you can do backwards combos, like there was an upwards slash, you can do knockdown finishers and so on.
Watch out for the log, boys.
What you can see here is this log, which is kind of double-edged sword, because on one hand it kills the enemies, but as we just saw, it can also kill me. So if you're skilled, you can just dodge roll underneath it. And this log is just one of many examples for the environmental hazards we're going to have in the game.
Other environmental hazards include plastic bottles washed up on beaches and raw sewage pumped into the sea, neither of which we predict will appear in this game. So much for realism.
So this is a pretty good section to either double jump or wide jump over it. So you can hold down the RT button to run and then jump to do a dash jump, or you can make a double jump as just the Ranger did. The enemies, those green enemies you're seeing here, are the Grimlock. The Grimlock are actually the main villains in Sacred Citadel, and the Grimlock will also play a major role in Sacred 3. They are modified orc, modified by the evil Ashen Empire, and they use them for, in Sacred Citadel, they use the Grimlock to dig up artifacts that will also play an important role in Sacred 3. And our heroes are obviously looking for the same artifacts, but they don't even yet know how important it will be for the fate of Ancaria, the world Sacred 3 is set in. But as they progress through the game, they will learn more about how important those artifacts are and how much they can control the fate of the world by collecting them. The enemies you see here are the forest beasts, so obviously there are some native animals to the different areas we have in the game, and they are just angry because those Grimlock are digging up the artifacts, so they are aggressive and attack everything, even us. What we see here is also, again, a very nice retro thing we know from back in the days. It's a mount you can ride. Sacred Citadel will feature several mounts and war machines.
Sticking your horn into a bush makes it quiver. That's more like it.
And And again, it's once more bringing back this good old classy feels of the arcade days from the past, while as well, you know, being a level which is really top of the line game development.
Ah, the beast has finally left the bush. All right, let's move on.